125th Street so you can learn to become a real man and stop being a boy. Shalom.
Yeah, we're here once again from the Israeli School of Universal Practical Knowledge to bring you the facts about the Bible that's not being taught, to inform you about the 12 tribes of Israel that the Bible speaks of, and who they are in the world today. This information is not being taught by anybody on the planet Earth, especially the religions. But what we're going to bring out to you is known by the top scholars of this society and top scholars around the world. My name is Priest Kakam, and I'll be going through several facts with you. I'll be bringing information out of the Bible to prove the true identity of the 12 tribes of Israel that's mentioned in the Bible.
What's your reader's name?
And my reader's name is Gabal. Okay, so we're going to go through these tribes that's listed here on the sign. If you notice, it says the 12 tribes of Israel. Those 12 tribes is mentioned in the Bible, but nobody seems to understand who they really are. This has been a mystery, and it's been deliberately kept secret by the scholars, by the biblical scholars and archaeologists of this society. I'm talking about the white scholars. They know, the white biblical scholars know the truth of these 12 tribes that's listed on that sign. And this knowledge is very vital and important to the so-called Negroes, West Indians, and Puerto Ricans. Okay? To the right of your screen, to the left of your screen, you have Judah. That's the tribe that the Jews come out of. That word Judah is the full pronunciation for the word Jew. They're known in the world today as Negroes. The tribe of Benjamin is known in the world today as West Indians. The tribe of Levi is known in the world today as the Haitians. The tribe of Simeon is known in the world today as the Dominicans in Central America. The tribe of Zebulon is known today in the world today as the Guatemalans, from Guatemala to Panama. The tribe of Ephraim is in the world today as Puerto Ricans. The tribe of Manasseh is in the world today as Cubans. The tribe of Gad is in the world today as the North American Indians. The tribe of Reuben is in the world today as Seminole Indians. The tribe of Naphtali is known in the world today as Argentina and Chile. That's in South America. The tribe of Asher is known today as the Colombians, from Colombia to Uruguay. That's the top half of South America. The tribe of Issachar is known in the world today as the Mexicans. And these tribes make up and constitute the nation of Israel that the Bible speaks of. And there's much information in the Bible to substantiate that. And what we're going to do now, and we also have books. I have a book here. We have several books that also proves this information, that goes along with what the Bible says. The Bible, by the way, the Bible gives you the characteristic of each tribe and where they would be located in the last days. It tells you about the geography of the tribes, where the tribes would be located geographically in the earth. The 12 tribes of Israel are basically scattered throughout North, Central, and South America. The bulk of the 12 tribes of Israel is scattered throughout North, Central, and South America. Now, very quickly, those three tribes at the very top were brought to America on slave ships in 1620. They showed you the picture routes. Many of you seen slave documents and documentaries on slavery. Well, guess who that was? That was not Africans. It was the Israelites that the Bible speaks of. Okay, and this information has really been covered up because this is the information that the white man does not want the so-called Negroes, West Indians, and Puerto Ricans to find out. Now, those three tribes, like I just said, came to America on slave ships in 1620. They were chased out of Jerusalem.
Name the three tribes.
The three tribes is the tribe of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, who's known in the world today as Negroes, West Indians, and Puerto Ricans. And Haitians, I'm sorry. The Negroes, West Indians, and Haitians. Those three tribes were chased into Africa when they were in Jerusalem in 70 A.D. And they were gathered, in 1,600 years later, they were gathered up by the Africans and Arabs and sold to the white man for musket, guns, and wine. Now, The other tribes from the Dominicans on down, those nine tribes, 9.5 tribes actually came over here. From the Dominicans on down were already over here, living throughout North, Central, and South America. These are the people that Columbus and Amerigo Vespucius and a lot of the other European explorers or conquerors found when they came over here. And by the way, they came over here purposely to destroy them because they knew, according to the biblical records, that the Israelites were living in this land. They were not Indians. They gave them the name Indians. But their true name, the true name of the Indians throughout North, Central, and South America that the European explorers found when they came over here is right on that sign right there. Now, you have the Dominicans, the Guatemalans, Panamanians, the Puerto Ricans, the Cubans, the North American Indians, the Seminole Indians, the Argentinian Indians, in Chile, the Indians that live in Chile, Colombia, the Indians that live in Colombia, in the top half of Colombia, from Colombia to Uruguay, and the Mexicans. These tribes, these 9.5 tribes were already in America when the Negroes, West Indians, and Haitians came here on slave ships. And the Bible said we would all be located together in the last days. Now, do we have any, is this information backed up by any other sources? Does anybody else know about these things, or are we crazy? Well, let's find out. I'm holding in my hand right here a book by the name of The Lost Tribes and Promised Lands by Ronald Sanders. This is a white guy who wrote this book, who's the author of this book. He did research. He lived among the Indians. And guess what he found out? According to their customs and the way that they were living in their lifestyles and the certain rituals that they kept, he said that these people, without a doubt, unmistakably descended from the lost tribes of Israel. And I'm going to go in this book. And I'm going to read a few things that that he and several other scholars gave testimony to. The fact that these people, the Indians that they lived amongst, was the 12 tribes of Israel, was descended from the 12 tribes of Israel. They was calling them the 10 lost tribes of Israel. But they're not lost. The only thing that they're lost from is their identity, from who they are. So now on page 360, on page 363 of this book, I'm going to read something to you. Listen up to this good. It says, 2.5 years before he told them while traveling in the wild mountains of Quito, he had heard some of his Indian guides remark that the natives of that country deserved all the suffering they had undergone at the hands of the Spaniards. Now, this is a white guy saying this, okay, and he's talking to an Indian. When he asked them to explain why they, when he asked them to explain why they thought such a thing,
louder,
they replied mysteriously that it was because we so badly treated a holy people. Talking about the Indians. A holy people. The Bible says that the holy people are the Israelites. Are you getting this? When he asked them to explain why they thought such a thing, they had replied mysteriously that it was because we so badly treated a holy people. This is what the white man said that lived amongst them. The greatest in the world, which are the Israelites, without a shadow of a doubt. Nothing more had been offered by them on this point. But later in the same conversation, Francisco, one of the Indian guides, had declared that his countrymen, this is the Indian talking now, would be avenged upon the Spaniards in time anyway, by means of a people now hidden. How did he know this? That the Indians would be revenged on the Spaniards in time anyway. How did he know that? Because the Bible prophesies that. The Bible speaks about how the nation of Israel would fall, and how they would be conquered by their enemies, and how they would undergo atrocities and certain crimes and